I never meant to be part of their relationship. That's the part people don't understand. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't suspicious. I wasn't trying to play hero. I was just her friend. Let's call her Emily. We'd known each other for years. College friends who stayed close after graduation. Late night talks. Inside jokes. The kind of friendship where you assume honesty is the baseline. She lived with her boyfriend, Mark. They'd been together almost 4 years. Shared a lease. Shared routines. Shared a life. Mark was kind in a quiet way. Not flashy. Not loud. The type who remembered details and showed up when it mattered. I was friendly with him. Not best friends, but close enough to feel uncomfortable knowing what I knew. Because for months, Emily was cheating. That if you've ever been stuck between loyalty and morality, if you've ever known a truth that could destroy a relationship, or if you've ever wondered whether doing the right thing can still make you the villain. Backhand index pointing right hit like, subscribe, and stay till the end. Because this is one of the most morally complicated husband-wife debates you'll hear. Now let me tell you how this started. The moment he said he was saving for an engagement ring, my stomach dropped. Because I knew something he didn't. I knew the woman he planned to marry was cheating on him. And in that moment, I had to decide, do I stay loyal to my friend? Or do I save a man from a lie he was about to build his entire life on? Beat. Issues. And now, everything is broken. Last week, Mark mentioned something casually. We were all hanging out. Pizza boxes on the table. A normal night. He smiled in that nervous, hopeful way people do when they're about to reveal a dream. I've been saving, he said, thinking about proposing later this year. I didn't hear the rest. My ears rang. My hands went cold. Emily froze for half a second, then recovered, smiling too brightly. I watched him talk about rings, about forever, about building a life with a woman who was lying to him every day. And suddenly, staying silent felt violent. Emily had explanations for everything. Mark worked too much. Mark didn't surprise her anymore. Mark was comfortable, not exciting. I still love him, she said once. This is just extra. Extra. As if betrayal were a side dish. I asked her how she'd feel if Mark did the same. She laughed. He wouldn't, and there it was. Not trust. Certainty. Certainty that he would never hurt her. And certainty that she could hurt him without consequence. That's when something inside me shifted. At first, it sounded like nothing. A work trip here, a late meeting there. Then one night, over drinks, she pulled out her phone and laughed. Look at this, she said. A text thread. Flirty. Explicit. Definitely not Mark. She told me it was just fun. That it didn't mean anything. That Mark was safe and predictable. I remember the way my chest tightened. I told her she needed to stop. Or come clean. She rolled her eyes. You're being dramatic. And that's how it started. Every time she crossed a line, she minimized it. Every time I objected, she reframed it. Until eventually, the cheating wasn't shocking anymore. It was routine, and that scared me. I didn't confront Emily again. I knew how that would go. Denial, anger, gaslighting. Instead, I gathered proof. Nothing dramatic. Screenshots she'd show me herself. Details only Mark would recognize. Names cropped. Context intact. And then I did the cowardly thing. I sent it anonymously. No message. No explanation. Just truth. And then I waited to... It didn't take long. Within hours, Emily was texting nonstop. Someone is lying about me. Mark is acting crazy. This is a setup. The next day, she showed up at my place. Eyes red, voice shaking. They'd had a massive fight. Screaming, crying, accusations. Mark showed her the screenshots. She denied it, until she couldn't. They broke up that night. For years, gone, Emily collapsed. Not quietly, not introspectively. She framed it as the worst betrayal of her life. Someone destroyed everything, she said. I trusted people. I sat there, nodding, my chest burning. She had no idea it was me. She blamed strangers, enemies, jealous people, anyone but herself. And that's when the guilt hit. Hard. Mark never reached out. That hurt more than I expected. Not because I wanted credit, but because his absence made it real. This wasn't abstract. This was a human being sitting alone in an empty apartment, questioning everything. And I'd pulled a trigger that I couldn't eat. Couldn't focus. I replayed every moment. Had I overstepped? Should I have stayed out of it? I didn't just expose cheating. I detonated a life. Their home, their plans, our friendship. Was being right worth this much destruction? Emily stopped eating, stopped sleeping, stopped pretending. She cried about Mark, but never about what she'd done. She talked about being exposed, humiliated, abandoned, not about lying, not about risking his future. That's when the anger crept in, quiet, controlled. A week later, I ran into Mark by chance. He looked different, thinner, older, quieter. He didn't know it was me, but he said something I'll never forget. "I'm glad I found out before I proposed," he said. "It hurts, but at least it's honest." That sentence broke something open in me. There were moments I almost confessed, moments I wanted to scream. "I tried to stop you. I beg you to come clean. You did this." But I didn't, because confession wouldn't heal anything. It would just shift the pain. Was I loyal? No. Was I honest? Yes. Did I protect someone? Also yes. Did I destroy something? Absolutely. But maybe what I destroyed was already broken. I didn't create the betrayal. I just stopped protecting it. Emily still doesn't know it was me. Maybe she never will. Sometimes I think about telling her. Then I remember. Accountability doesn't always need a confession. Sometimes consequences speak louder. There's a myth that staying silent is neutral. It isn't. Silence almost always sides with a lie. Emily lost a boyfriend. I lost a friend. Mark lost a future that wasn't real. Everyone paid. But only one person walked away free from deception. So now I ask you, did I do the right thing? Or did my moral high ground crush everyone involved? Is loyalty owed to friendship or to truth? And if you knew, really knew, would you have stayed quiet? Betrayal doesn't start with cheating. It starts with entitlement, with minimization, with assuming someone else will carry the cost. Truth hurts, but lies ruin lives. And sometimes, doing the right thing still leaves blood on your hands. That if this story made you uncomfortable, good. That's where the real debates live. Back-end index pointing right, tell me in the comments. Was exposing the cheating justified or unforgivable? Thumbs up like if this hit close to home. Bell subscribe for more real Reddit relationship stories. Speech balloon and share your take, because your perspective matters. I'll see you in the comments.